Okay, thank you so much. Do we have the group representatives for batch 108? Group representatives for batch 108, if you are here, can
Good evening, Mr. Tebo. Good evening, everyone. Can
how
you?
are you, Mr. Gupta?
Fine, thank you, sir. I have two of the representative for batch 108. They're saying that they're still in the traffic jam, but they will join anytime
Do
soon.
we have,
They're still in the traffic jam, but they will join anytime soon for batch 108.
um, Mr. Gupta, your line is bad, we cannot hear you.
Okay.
Mr. Gupta, your line is bad. Your line is bad, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, I understand. I'm going to use the chat box. I will write in the chat box. Can you hear me now?
That's much better.
Okay, I was saying two of the representatives for batch 108, they told me that they're still in the traffic jam right now, but they'll join the meeting anytime soon. Two of the representatives for batch 108.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, sir, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. And then the group representatives for batch 109.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, my name is Shay. The group representative for 109.
Thank you so much. Uh,
Yes.
group representatives for batch 110.
Good evening.
Hello.
Everyone.
Oh, good evening. My name is Ramesh. I'm here, and Bukola's on the line too, I think, and Ovi and Sinawo.
Yes,
And
I
myself.
am here with you, Ramesh.
Thanks, Bukola.
Thank you,
You're
Ramesh.
welcome.
Thank you, Ramesh. Okay, batch 109, can you please send your presentation link on the chat box?
Okay, just a moment. Okay, doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Send to the organizers alone. Hi, Asanda.
So thank you so much. Okay, uh, so can you start your presentation? Thank you.
Yeah. Hello.
Mr. T, can you hear me?
Benga.
Hello, Mr. T. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Benga. Guys, this is the
Okay.
rules. Okay.
Okay.
Can I just quickly give you guys the rules?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay. When a team or a batch is doing the presentation, we expect everyone to keep quiet and to be in a quiet place. We don't want to hear any background sound behind you. And if it's two people doing or three people doing the presentation, you guys cannot talk all at once. What we can do, what you guys can do, you can share the presentation amongst yourself, and then you know who's going to present task 1 to 2 maybe, and then the other one can present task 3 to 4, etc., etc. Okay, we do not want to hear any clashes whereby all of you guys, you will be talking at once. Okay. Batch 109, can you please start your presentation? Thank you.
Okay. Let me start. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good
Yes.
evening, good
Okay.
evening.
Yes. Representative for one of the representative for batch 109, and I'll be starting off this presentation. Sorry. Before I start, do I need to share screen with anyone, or I should just go ahead?
Okay, we can't seem to open your document, so should we just allow you to do it because
Okay.
the link on the system doesn't allow us to have a look. Is that okay with the mentors?
Oh, okay. I should.
No,
Yes,
because you have to go
yes,
in
you
to
can
give
share,
access to everybody.
your
You can
screen.
go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay. I should just go
Yes,
ahead.
you
Okay.
can
Thank
share
you.
your screen.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Okay. 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 Thank you. Starting with, here's our presentation, our business game presentation, batch 109 for Guidance School. The first task we received, let me just read it, quickly read it before I go to our solution. You've received all the information needed in order to become managers in the MMM Global community. Now you have an important task. Enter a new country and develop MMM Global there. This new country will be Nigeria. As a starting resources, you have internet, team, knowledge received in the school, $50,000, and develop a plan on how you are going to achieve, specifying the number of registrations you achieve and contributions you get from this registration, and it's supposed to be within a week. So here is our plan. First, we have a theme to guide every of our activities, and our theme is building a community of help in unity and trust, thereby raising financial giants. That is the theme for every activity we'll be carrying out. So here's our plan. So we have Lagos, we have Abuja, we have Port Harcourt, and the budget we intend to expend for this first part is $20,000 out of the $50,000 we are giving. So our target registration number for the launch is 3,000 new participants. That's 3,000 from the 3 locations that we want to use, and we expect a minimum. We are targeting like a minimum of $30 registration from every member that comes in. So for $30 registration from 3,000 participants, we intend to have PH that is totaling into $90,000. So here are the resources that we have. Like I said before, we have access to internet. Our team is on ground. We have knowledge from Guidance School, and we have our teams divided into 3 so that we can adequately cover ground in Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja. So for these locations, we have picked strategic locations where we know that we can garner crowd and we'll be able to host the crowd that we are looking to get. So for Lagos, we are using TBS Tafa Baliwa Square. For Port Harcourt, we are using Ellen Lewis Stadium. Abuja, Nikon Nogal Hilton Hotel Main Hall. So for our promotion, because basically what we are doing is a mega conference, seminar conference where people come and we share the ideology of MMM. They get to know what the community is all about, how you can join, what you stand to get, and all. So that is what we are doing. So that's why we have all these locations spread across to 3 major cities. So for our promotion, we intend to use social media. We have blog sites where we can place direct placement ads for awareness purpose. We intend to use SMS blast. So here's the rationale behind that. For every locality that we intend to spread our promotion to, there are organizations on ground where people's information are already gathered. So take for instance like INEC. They have an already existing directory of people's numbers, email addresses that we can use. So the point of the SMS blast is people are already, they are on the go. We're already in a digital world that is fast moving. So which way can we get? Okay, even if you don't have a phone that can browse and you see whatever ad we place on blog sites, you can get SMS on your phone. So we intend to do SMS blast where people will get information about MMA. It will be a follow-up because the SMS campaign will be a follow-up. Okay, first the introductory part before we now narrow it down to there's an event coming up where you can attend. So this will be location based. We make sure that our SMS are targeted at those close to those locations that we are using. So we also have Facebook page promotion. Like we all know, one of the strongest platforms that we use for promotion is Facebook, where we have our communities and we have advocates on there. So for that place, we'll have page boosts and post promotion. So the event post that we intend to the event post that we intend to put it with ad spend so that it reaches more people than organic reach. So also YouTube videos. Now this is the idea. Basically collaterals. So if you come for the launch, if you come for this conference, when you are going in, you shouldn't go and nothing of MMM goes with you. So there should be a constant reminder, something on you that constantly reminds you that, oh, you attended somebody, told me something, I should probably take action. That is if you did not register on the spot. So we have pens, we have key holders, and also youth organizations around. So apart from the paid resources that we have, we intend to source for free resources as well. So when we are in whatever community we find ourselves, we seek for volunteers around youth organizations in and around various venues of awareness and voluntary distribution of materials. So we are already creating some form of activities, and when we eventually hold the seminar, oh, it's those people that did that. So it's building a top of the mind awareness from scratch. So we also have road shows where we have long carriage buses that we have DJs on board, dancers, volunteers, nothing really overboard, nothing extreme to bring some sort of negative attention. It's just, everybody will always want to see people dancing. There's something unique happening around. You want to stand and listen. So from there, we distribute the educational information materials we have on us, talk to people, intimating them about MMM and the upcoming seminar. So the logistics we need for the team: travel fees, hotel reservations and accommodation, feeding. The seminar will target the population of 20,000, and we're expecting at least a minimum of 10,000 will register after the 2 days section. So 2 days, 4-session seminar. So for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, there will be 2 sessions every day. So the seminar will hold on weekends, Saturday and Sunday. And Saturday we have 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. session and 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Same goes for Sunday. So publicity we hold during the week preceding to the seminar. That's Monday to Friday, depending on the team. So there will be aggressive publicity before the seminar days. So for logistics for seminar, we'll rent for venues that don't have like seats and tables. Will have rentals for that, projectors to be able to project our presentation slides, video recordings for archive 6, then photography. All that day we have ushers to keep everything in order, and security just in case, because of the number of people that we are gathering together. So hospitality is for, okay, this team right there, and volunteers, just refreshments. Then attendees, light refreshment, nothing major like they're going to eat rice or some sort of things. It might just be, okay, while the seminar is going on, some people know probably when it's time for questioning, some will say, oh, my mouth is smelling already, just probably gum, sweet, something very little. It can be added to the pack of merchandise that we're giving to them. It's just something to excite them and keep them alive while they're seated. So budget for this launch, our venue, we're budgeting $5,000 for t-shirt printing 1,005, flyers and banner 2,000, roadshow 1,005, social media adverts, we have $2,000 budgeted for that. Our SMS blast $1,000, food and gift items $3,000, travel hotel reservation 1,005, logistics, order foreseen and unforeseen we have $2,500, and in total we have $20 for the event. So our budget allocated to us is $50,000. So we have a spillover of $30,000 that we haven't spent. That is for the first task. So the second task, a week has passed. The average contribution to the structure is around $100. Under the regulations of MMM Global, you must provide at least 30% growth start contributions. Your task is to calculate how many new members and contributions you have to ensure in the next 3 weeks in order to be able to make the required payments to the older participants. It is necessary to write down your plan of actions for the next 3 weeks. Under the above conditions stated, point out what resources you need and how you are going to use them, the number of new participants and money raised during this period, what extra cost you will have, and how to attract them. So here's our understanding of this. Okay, we have launched, we have people registered already, and then at least up to $100,000, up to $100, sorry. And okay, we have to find a way to make sure that when these people are getting their help, their 30% growth is available. So here's our solution. We are looking at an average contribution. The average contribution in the structure is $100, and a minimum of 30% growth of $30 is needed. So we are saying that growth of $30 is needed to achieve a payout to the existing members. So our target is 100 new members to be able to offset this $100 contribution and old members. So we are targeting 100 new members and a minimum donation of $800 spread over the 3 weeks. So we have 3 weeks to raise this, the minimum of 800. So we are now resources, lead generation, like more like ways to get to where we're going to. Lead generation on social media, mini seminars to top business organizations with referral forms. Okay, this is the point. We have some organizations that would allow us to do some short chit chat, probably over lunch, during their lunch break, and also it's nothing really long and stressful. It's a thing we can have our phones with us or our tabs, and while you're talking to them, you're just showing them, oh, this is it, this is it. Testimonials are right there on the website. The website is mobile optimized, so everything can go on really fast in the little space of lunchtime or after work that whatever organization will allow us. So to make it easier, we now have referral forms. Okay, we have our forms printed with everything needed to carry out registration for everybody. So it makes it faster than saying, oh, internet is acting up and that. We already have list of names. Even if they're not doing it there, we have their details and we can always follow up later. So it's more of like lead generation if they don't convert immediately. So then through letter of happiness, another thing we are using, letters of happiness and video of happiness of existing members. Then word of mouth referral. Okay, we already have people that will join in. So old members are there. We have to make sure that they are referring and they are registering people. And those people are also making contribution. So downline referral target. Okay, there's always a way as a guide you can make maybe like 10 downlines or more underneath you to tell them, or incentivize them with something very little and tell them, oh, if you register 5 people today, you get so, like even from the guide, not from pocket of MMM, because of course you have your bonus accumulated and you can always use it for the better of the community. Then leftover funds from the launch, the one we're getting for the launch, will be used for whatever cost we are incurring during this time. So we have a breakdown of how we intend to carry this out. So we are saying week 1, let's imagine we have 10 new members. We're expecting them to donate at least $15, and in turn we have another 10 members donating at least $10, another 10 new members contributing a minimum of $5. So if you calculate that, 150, 150, we already in first week we have 30 new members who have donated $300 already. We go to week 2. Don't forget that we are aiming to register a minimum of 800 members, and we are looking at a minimum of 100 members, and minimum of $800 contribution. So second week we have 10 new members donating at least $20, 15 new members donating $10, and 15 new members donating $5. Aggregate of this gives us $425, and we have 40 new members. Then we go to week 3. Let's say 6 new members donate $30, another 9 new members donate $15, and 15 new members donate $10. This brings us to $465 new members. So in total, 100 new members, and we have even surpassed our minimum. So we'll be able to gather $1,190 will be realized in the 3 weeks. So I would stop here, and I'd like Benga to take us through task from task 3 to 5. Then I'll come back again to finish the rest. Benga, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Benga by name. Representative from batch 109. We're taking task 3. Thank you, Sheyi, for standing in from the beginning. Now, let me quickly read task 3, and then I will now continue from there. Task 3 says, a month has passed. You are a 100 manager. The same plan for another month on the basis of the result of previous calculations, taking into account the dynamics of growth, the number of new participants and contributions for the next. Now the task is telling us that we are 100 managers. So what we actually plan to do is that first and foremost, we understand that as a manager, the manager status command respect and honor. So it makes people to listen to you, and also comes with financial power. As a manager, what we refer to as guiders, what we have to do is we have a lot of downlines. We have downline manpower, so we are going to be putting our downline manpower into use. And one of the strengths we also have is that we have a month duration for the task. So the last task was 3 weeks. So this one we have another extra 1 week added to the task. So we consider that as part of our strength. Now, let me quickly bridge through what we refer to as courses. Now, we are going to be working in this way that we are going to be mandating each guider. Of course, we are talking of 100 guiders now. 100 managers and 2 new members. Now we have guiders spread across different areas in Nigeria, different cities. So we are going to be mandating them to organize at least 2 seminars each in their vicinity. Another thing is we are going to mandate each guider to be given a target of a minimum of $500 per month. So having in mind that we are to bring in a minimum of 30 new members, is expected to bring in a donation minimum of 500 for that month. So with the downline resources also, we are going to be organizing where downlines can bring their prospects and get registered on the spot after a question and answer session with the guidance forum, just like the seminar. Hello?
I don't have soap.
You didn't what?
Linda, that wasn't for you. That wasn't for you. You can, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now, we are going to be looking at, of course, some religious organizations also to be contacted, where we can have everybody needs their financial capacity to be established and improved. So when we talk about seminars, when we talk about meeting with religious organizations, business organizations, I know they are going to listen to us. And then one of our resources also, just as we have in the second task, is that we still have leftover. We remember that we have $30,000 still in place, which we are going to still be using for this task. So we have a remark here that after the whole month exercise, we are expected to bring in a minimum number of use of the community. Now we placed here a solution saying that the local holiday week is a major celebration for the country, Nigeria as a case study, and it falls in the second week this time around.
You like it?
And 2 more weeks after the celebration, of course, we are sidling out the second week and saying that, okay, we have 3 weeks now for our planning. So what the basic things we organize for as a solution for this particular task is that we organize charity work in various streets. Of course, we have guiders, we have downlines. So we are going to be using the strength of the guiders plus the downlines by organizing charity works in various streets, of course, all over where our guiders are in Lagos, which are going to be a simultaneous happening at the same time all over the country, which will be coordinated by all managers within their vicinity, distributing flyers and speaking to people about MMM ideologies and benefits. Of course, there's a lot of benefits in MMM, giving out the ideologies, because the ideologies even as we look at the benefits too. So we are going to be meeting with people in the streets to request for items not in use anymore, for donations to the less privileged. So we are of course, we are still talking about charity. So we are going to be meeting people in their streets and their corridors to ask for why we are going to be doing this. Every one member, the downlines, the managers, every one of us are going to be in our MMM t-shirts. We'll be having our wristbands, everything that talks about MMM, advertising MMM are going to be in them while we meet the people in the streets at their homes requesting for the items to be donated to the less privileged homes. So while they see us of course as a charity organization, and we are going to be doing selfless charity works within various communities also. Now what I mean by selfless charity work is, excuse me, is that, you know, some places they have street names, signboards that are supposed to be okay, but they are not. They have been damaged, and we have potholes on the streets and some other things like that. So we are going to be doing such charity works by mending them, of course, not the ones that are going to cost us so much money, but we are going to be doing such charity works by making the face of the community to have a good shape, giving the community a facelift, while our t-shirts of MMM are on, and we are going to be organizing charity football matches within members, thereby creating awareness in the local community. There are a lot of communities around this place that we can organize charity matches between MMM members and of course maybe between the youths of the community. So we organize charity matches everyone on the weekend. They come out and have while watching. For some that are not playing ball, will be going around intimating people about MMM. We will definitely speak to people about MMM, and hopefully quite a number of them will join. And we are going to be also organizing minimum 2 seminars each at various locations to supervise guide. You know, we are looking at 2 more weeks that will actually bring in people for the community. Recreational centers within the communities. There are a lot of recreational centers around that people go to in the evenings to relax. So while they are relaxing, we are also there telling them about MMM and making them to know the ideologies and the benefits are put to them if they join MMM. Now, we have a remark here. We say at the end of the exercise for the month and all offline events to be carried out, we hope to get an additional 1,200 new participants registered and over $25,000 donation. Thank you. Let me quickly take us through tax 5 also. Tax 5, I'll read it for us and then I'll go ahead. It says, despite the fact that your plan worked out, you do not have enough new registrations and new contributions to cover the cost of the current contributions. Moreover, of contributions, it is necessary to analyze the plan of actions in this situation. What are the resources, how many participants, contributions, etc. needed to get the situation resolved? Due to lack of funds, there are delays in payments on the old participants saying that neither make their own contributions nor attract new members. Describe your plan of action for the next 4 months. What solutions will you invent and what actions you will actually take? State the amount of provide help and registrations that are expected in this this month. Now we are having a critical situation at our hands where we have a shortage of 20% contributions, and we also realize that even the old members they failed to do their responsibility by providing help the more. And so what we are doing, of course, is that we first and foremost call urgent guidance meeting where critical issues relating to this task will be discussed. Critical issues will be discussed within the guidance meeting. The guidance themselves and there are major, of course, there are some downlines that are major downlines. So we are going to be discussing critical issues in the meeting. Then, explanations of the present condition of the community to some of the strong downlines that will in turn speak with others within the structure. Now, we're going to all the downlines. Can we actually meet directly and tell them the situation of things in the community? So, because we are going to look at our strong downlines. As downlines of downlines, you know, the downlines brings in a lot of people. They are strong, they are courageous. Even in the face of trouble, they still forge ahead. So we are going to look at such downlines and then bring them into the meeting and tell them, explaining the situation of things, present situation to them, so that we can all look at how we can alleviate the structure together. Meeting where members are intimated on the recent situation to quickly get out of it. Then we encourage all downlines not to panic and to reduce the amount of GH. So not collecting all their marbles, but collecting a little. We encourage them not to collect everything. What they need is what they should collect. And then we discourage parents among members. Each gather should ensure normalcy amidst their people. Inspirational messages used on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and all other social media. The need for members to continue to do more PH rather than GH at this time, regardless of the amount they are using to PH. So we encourage them to do more PH rather than GH. The adverts placed on high traffic sites and on programs which people always listen to. So that by doing that, more people will hear about MMM and they will come into the system. Then we will intend to use members' letter of happiness and video of evidence to convince outsiders that MMM is real and it's not a scam. So at the end of this exercise, we hope to get additional 2,500 new participants registered and over 75,000 donations at a minimum donation of $30 each.
Okay,
We have
thank you.
tasks. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Benga. I'll quickly breeze through task 6 and 7 without taking your
Okay.
time. So task 6 is this. During the month delay in payment. During this month, delay in payment increased to 7 days. Referral activity almost reduced to 0. The old members do not attract anyone and do not make contributions. In the virtue of this situation, a pause mode is implemented. So basically there's a pause mode and new contribution grow as normal, but old marvels are frozen. So what are we going to do? What's our plan of action for another month and resources needed? So this is our solution. So we are going to organize seminars, group meetings, webinars, etc. to quickly allay people's fear and make them understand that it is totally normal thing in the community. So because when people don't know what is going on, they tend to believe whatever rumor they hear. So we utilize content marketing to educate people about the pause mode. So let them know, what is this pause mode about? What does it mean? What does it mean to my contribution? What does it still going to do? Then what causes it and what can be done to undo this situation? Then we'll continue aggressive marketing of MMM both online and offline. Guiders and provide help at least twice in a month, even if it is the minimum amount. Then we tell people the truth about what is going on and make them understand that only donate spare money. Spare money. Make them understand the old marvels will be paid eventually with using the auto get help method. Then we leverage testimonials and happiness letter to get people to believe in the system, because at this stage we have to make sure that their confidence and trust is solid. Then adequately and constantly empower downlines with information required. So as the situation is getting better, we make sure that we're telling the people under us so that they know they can turn deaf ears to negative media. So task 7, which is the final task, despite your efforts have been insufficient to reverse the situation, then there's a restart mode and we have to start all over. So serious negative impacts, there's negative media, people, articles, mass media and all. And this is just a fresh start. Then what is our plan of action for 1 month? Our solution. To us, a restart stage is a place to re-strategize. We are to learn from our past mistake, develop more effective game plan to make the community work and last. So during this period, we will do the following. We'll conduct guidance meeting at all zones and level, brainstorm and get fresh ideas to manage the situation on ground. We assign tasks to every guider to conduct seminar and forums in their different localities, informing and educating people about the turn of events. So every guider must understand that at this stage, rebuilding trust and confidence in the system is of utmost priority. So whatever you do, you are rebuilding trust and regaining confidence. So to kickstart the community, every guider will work with few of other downlines left to canvas for more registration and PH. So the little of us that will be there at that restarting stage, we have to canvas more people to register and also provide help. So to ensure old mistakes are not repeated, Avenue will carry every group and Avenue will carry ground rules. So whatever they are anywhere, there will be ground rules of the community, so as to make sure that people work with this, have a restart or a pause mode. Then to make sure that people they're encouraged to PH as much as they get up. So as a response to negative media and social mentions, every content in the form of testimonial videos which are positive will be used to inform people that the system is still operational and Sergeant Mavodi did not run away with anybody's money. So there will be no feeding of grapevines. That since we won't give the media the just meddle the rumor and we sit back and say nothing. We have to empower our people with information. Social media advertising to enhance the posts that we are using to convince about MMN ideology and benefits. That one has to be very solid. Then marketing efforts will be geared towards registering more members to keep the community going. Registration and seminar venue, lead generation via social media. Then guiders will be admonished to PH with their bonuses. So we all get bonuses from our downlines. Let's not just withdraw and go and not. So there should be a cash flow. If the cash flow isn't broken, then the community will keep running. So this is our presentation from batch 109 for our business game. We hope we didn't bore you and we've been able to provide solutions to the task given to us, because we believe that at the end of the execution of these solutions that we've provided, MMM is here forever. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, batch 109. Can we please have the link for batch 108 if they ready or in the meeting? Batch 1. Can we have the link for batch 11? Thank you. Okay, guys, we all know the questions right now. Okay, we have a time limit, so do not read all the questions. Just summarize your solutions. Okay, each team they will be given 30 to 45 minutes to do their presentation.
Good evening, Mr. Teba.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Teba.
So good evening, everybody.
Hello. Oh.
Mr. Kudzai, did you want to say something, sir?
Yeah, I just posted the batch info, batch 108. The presenters. Ramesh, are you from batch 108?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just posted the link right now. The presenters are Fungiso Mantipaushe. I think she'll open the...
No, it's batch 110.
Oh, okay.
We batch 110.
Okay, Mr. Kudzai, we have the link for batch 110. That's fine. Let's continue with batch 110 because we do have the link already. Okay.
YouTube channel, advertising and marketing, and they would go about doing the WeChat, Hangout, two-way radio, Zello for members, create a website that is local to Nigeria, maybe the Nigeria MMM or MMM.co. Create an account with local websites and advertise. Create Skype group and WhatsApp group for existing participants and to communicate as well as mentor and coach to enable them to recruit new participants. The management of all social media platform, that's the task to the first 5 members who are the online team. And then the offline team of 9 groups with 5 members in each team, we would go ahead and host offline presentations and distribute promotional t-shirts, caps. Hosting of meetings with all local leaders, government and non-government, NGOs, NPOs, celebrities and so on, because we need the popularity, the popular people. Get radio airtime on the radio station, targeting specifically community radio stations as they are normally free of charge to broadcast and market MMM. We want to organize charity activities within communities with media presence, create a help hotline and members to answer calls and respond to incoming questions from the public. Existing members to introduce manager benefits, which the online team will present. Roadshows going into the shopping malls, bars, taxi ranks, promoting MMM face-to-face, support local sports teams, stickers to be placed on taxis, cars, etc., posters on street poles and at landmarks of garages, malls, taxi rank, bus terminus, and hangout spots where you'd find everybody just hanging around. Flyers will be placed in surgeries, clinics, hospitals, libraries, religious institutions. MMM team members wearing branded clothing to drive a cleanup campaign of public places, for example, parks, stations, and local market, while some are prospecting and encouraging local traders to sign up. We would create our SWOT analysis of Nigeria would be based on Lagos as the stepping stone for our enterprise, MMM. We have strengths, large population, approximately 16 million, also known as Africa's Big Apple, many landmarks that attract a lot of people, for example, universities, arts centers. It's a major financial center known for its beach resorts, boutiques, and nightlife. Strong team of managers will be heading the project. Implementation and leadership is crucial as to win people over. Team already has members based in Nigeria plus Nigerian nationals who will be instrumental in providing key insights, break the language barrier, and supporting with initial groundwork in advance. Internet connectivity largely reliable and widespread, especially in Lagos. There are weaknesses. Naysayers, we are chartering new waters, there's unfamiliar territory, lack of contacts, going to have to build a database. MMM is a new concept to Lagos, new skills need to be imparted. Acknowledgement of payment and withdrawal, which could get MMM account to be blocked. Language barrier may result in requirement for translators, which eats into our budget. There's opportunities like new markets, untapped territory, huge population creating wide market. Great entrepreneurial spirit amongst most Nigerians, which should create and captivate the audiences for MMM opportunity. Recruitment, training, and upskilling of locals. Nationalization of MMM. Leave a core group of upskilled individuals who can resolve issues that would arise. Provide an opportunity for all to have a fair financial advantage, thus creating a better standard of living. Long-term sustainability of MMM program so we all grow and benefit for long-term. Branching out of MMM into the other areas, into the localities and the countrysides and other major cities that we would leave for a bit later. There are threats. There are many threats. Government and financial institutions are globally painting MMM as a pyramid Ponzi scheme, creating fear in people's minds. Some countries are discrediting MMM services. Banks monitor participants' accounts. They may block or close the account of the participants. Viruses, there's phishing poses, a threat to the personal office of participants. If they're not careful, as all data can be lost and someone can hack into their accounts. There we go. Media negativity is always rife. The security situation in Lagos is questionable. Okay, so we have a budget of $50,000. Online team expenses will be Facebook, YouTube, local website advertising, about $1,500. Laptop by 5 for the 5 groups. Once-off fee of $5,000. Offline team expenses would be branding, flyers, t-shirts, caps, vehicle magnets, $3,000. Travel accommodation and meals is about $15,000 because of staff. Offline presentation cost per event. We want to host at least 3 venues by 7 days at $150 per day. Comes to that amount there, 2,5250. MMM t-shirts, $1,000. Flyers, banners, posters, stickers, and badges, 3,000. I won't read all of these. If you can read them, you can take that through. And then there's a projector. There's running costs, total one-off costs, budget left for contingencies, and for expecting registration is 2380 people, 200 per team, 34 per day. By 7 days, we can expect a contribution of $100 per person, which will give us $238,000 with the possibility, and that's our projections. Day one, online team will focus on these activities. As we mentioned in earlier, create Facebook page, YouTube channel, it's advertising, web, WeChat, Hangout, two-way radio, Zello for members, create website that is local to Nigeria, create account with local websites and advertise, create Skype group and WhatsApp group for existing participants to communicate, as well as mentor and coach, enable them to recruit new participants. Management of all social media platforms. We have the offline teams who are going to focus on these activities, hosting of offline presentations, distributing of promotional t-shirts, caps, and all other materials, hosting meetings with all local leaders, government and NGOs, get a radio airtime on radio stations targeting the people, specifically the community radios, which is normally free of charge. Organize charity activities, create a help hotline and members to answer calls, organize seminars for existing members, road shows. Well, I've repeated most of these already a bit earlier. Road shows going into shopping malls, support local sports teams, stickers to be placed on taxis, etc. Flyers will be placed in all community-based organizations, surgeries, clinics, hospitals, etc. And then we go to day two. Then the groundwork would be handing out of flyers, inviting to presentations, one-on-ones, meeting with community and government leaders. Day three, presentations by 4 a day at 3 different venues, which comes to 12 presentations per day. Continue inviting for presentations, just keep continuing that process. Day 4, day 5, we continue presenting. Day 6, we present. Come to the training of new managers and team leaders, preparing the team leaders for guidance of school, provision of resources for continuation of MMM, officially introducing team leaders and handing over the baton. So we want our ground team of guys to be prepared for the next batch of intakes at the next training sessions. So task 2, I would not read that one, and then we go straight into the solution. We start with a budget of 50,000. Since Nigeria is quite a large population, it's only fair that we can target 1,000 people for the first week. 1,000 times $100, which is $100,000, contributions and an income. Expenses, whatever they are, it comes to about 21,000 some odd. Therefore, we still have a budget of $28,000. Week 1, that 1,000 people contributed $100,000, and their registration bonus is going to be $20,000 because each of the 1,000 people will be $20. So in week 2, normal growth is required, 100,000 contributions from week 1 at 30% growth equals $30,000. This means we must provide 30,000 and we must register 300 people to cover this growth. Please keep in mind the number of people needed each register at least 90 people more. So we now need 300 plus 90 is equal to 390. And this new lot of 90 people will contribute $100 and they will get $9,000 contribution. Registration bonus growth required. So we'll get, that's what we would get, 500 times 20 is 25,000. So week 3 will need at least 250 people contributing $100 each. So required total for the week 3 is 340 people with a pH of 100, comes to $34,000. So we're just working with figures at the moment. So week 4 normal growth is required. This 9,000 will mean we must pay 2,700 at 30% growth. To get this 2,700, we need to get an additional 27 people. Registration on bonus growth required, then the growth would be 25,500 at 30%. So 5,000 registration bonus, 250 times 20 comes to 12,500. So week 4 we'll need 125 people contributing $100 each. So the required total for week 4 is 152 people with a pH. So all the time we're working on a particular target. So in order to compensate for what our growth process is happening. So the activity duration is 3 weeks. Target new members, 500 plus 340 plus 152 is equal to 992. So the number of target registration comes to 330 people. So, and the total pH for that 330 people, for that complete people, will be $99,200. So our method in achieving this would be the following, duplicating what we did in the first week. Online marketing in Nigeria with the online team, using all internet-based platforms, e.g. Facebook page, webinars, Hangout, all the other online tools. Offline teams are hosting presentations all the time. Offline team handing out flyers at malls on one presentation to individuals, charity events, and testimonials and letters of happiness. So I would like to ask one of my other representatives to present if they are in the room. Ovi, are you able to present? Otherwise, we'll just carry on. Ovi, are you available? Otherwise, we'll hand over to Sinao, and Sinao can take over for the next two. Sinao, are you there? Okay. There are network problems out there, so Bukala's, where did you stop? You must start with task 3. All right, can I? Okay, I'm not going to read task 3, I will just carry on. Okay, I'll carry on with task 3. We have 100 manager and all participants on the basis of 330 people are already signed. So we have a chance of receiving 3 times of that amount of people. Week 1, 330 people. Sinawa, are you there? 330 people is 990 people. 990 people times $100 comes to $99,000. Week 3, 2790. Okay, that 990 people comes to 2790. 2790 people equals to $279,000. So 279, week 3, we get on with 2790 people times 3 equals 8910 people. And 8910 people will bring us $100 each, comes to $891,000. Week 4, 8910 people times 3 equals 26730 people. And that would give us $2,673,000. Our plan of action would be duplicate the same plan as above. Online team of 5 members, You create the Facebook page, YouTube channel, WeChat, Hangout, two-way radio, Zello for members. Create a website that is local to Nigeria. Create an account with local websites and advertise. Create Skype group and WhatsApp group for existing participants. And to communicate as well as mentor and coach to enable them to recruit new participants. Management of all social media platforms. So the offline team would be doing the offline activities as mentioned in the previous task. Hosting of offline presentations, hosting meetings, using the radio airtime, organize charity activities within communities, create the help hotline and members to answer calls and respond to incoming questions from public, organize the seminars for existing members. There are roadshows going to the shopping malls, bars, taxis, taxi ranks, promoting face-to-face, stickers to be placed on taxis, cars, etc., posters on street poles, flyers will be placed in surgeries, etc., and other community halls. Sinawa, are you there now? I see you were marking on the task. Are you able to present task 4 and maybe task 5?
Hello?
Solutions to that? Should I
Yes.
go ahead or are you available?
Hear me?
Because the network is a bit icy in
Ramesh,
many
can you
parts of
hear me?
the different places. So
Ramesh?
should I go ahead now or?
No, I can take over
evening,
time.
everyone.
Ramesh?
Because Ovi is not available right now, so he's on the radio and he's using his mobile device. So Sinawo,
That's
can you go ahead on
Yes,
task
that's
4?
okay. Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Are you there,
Yeah, we can hear
Sinawo?
you.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can hear
we can
you.
hear
Go
you.
ahead, please.
Okay, thank you so much. Task 4, remembering that
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
remembering remembering that we would have had so many people
Sinawo,
already.
can you unmute yourself and go ahead? I can't hear you. I see you trying to talk.
Ramesh, I'm talking.
Oh,
Hello,
okay,
can you
sorry.
hear me?
I'll keep quiet. I can't hear.
Remembering that we have so many people already. Now, according to the calculations of the expected growth, which is to grow up to 240,000 people, 570, there's a loss of this 75% on growth. Now, it means that out of all the numbers that we have already, we will have an addition of 40,273 people, which will give a total of 280 people, 843. Now the strategy to counter the fall in registration, we'd first increase our Nigeria online consultants, which is on the MMM website. This will also boost the marketing within the system. All new registrations will have an increase of 40%. We'll open a promotion for this, and it will only run for a certain period of time, just to avoid any much losses within the system. We'll also browse local websites, newspapers, and we'll also target Punch newspaper, as this is the mostly wide-read newspaper in Nigeria. Not forgetting the TV, television stations, radio stations, in order to make sure that we bombard every resident of Nigeria. Now, what we'll do next is to utilize the managers and the guiders of the global school to build up a team from the existing participants who can become 100,000 guiders and above. So to counter registration falls, we will also simply remind participants and new members that we offer referral bonuses. This will not only make them want to register, but it will also motivate them to actually get more people, recruit more people to come into the system, providing these people with testimonials of MMM from the ones that are in the system already. So they would have to share that MMM works and everything, like every detail that is within the system already for those people who have done withdrawals. On week 3, according to our calculations, this means that we would have increased to a number of 842,529 people, which in week 4 would have grown by a third exponentially, which will put us at a figure of 2 million people, 527,000 that will be registered. Now coming to task 5. Task 5, if we have lost about 20% of our contribution, which would be the number of people reaching 2.5 million, we'll multiply that by at least an average contribution of $100, which would result in us getting more people and a very high rate of amount within the system. But when we'll calculate, we'll reach a loss of contribution of about 50 million, $50.5 million. So if people who get help and provide help are on the low side of MMM, then on the low side, then MMM has a risk of not being able to get help to all our participants at the growth of 30%. Now, what we do is this. Our plan of action is that during the first week, we'd call MMM on the pause mode to make sure that it doesn't of necessity to actually reduce the growth rate to a lower rate to accommodate the 20% shortfall of contribution. We must counteract all the negatives that will to slash at MMM and all the allegations that will be going around. So in the final week for that month, would encourage the current participants that have been able to ask for help to contribute by to show potential new participants that MMM is actually stable and it is within Lagos. That means that we